Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the hashtag TFR Motivation Monday Zoom. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We are your co-hosts tonight, meaning the two of us are co-hosting, but we have a very special guest. So don't go anywhere while we go through these updates. And we're going to start here with this YouTube channel that we have. Why don't you tell them about that?
You know what, guys? Not everybody can be on here live, or you just might want to go back and listen to the call again, which I highly recommend this one tonight, even before we get going. I know it's going to be a highlight call. Make sure that you go and you subscribe to Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube. Subscribe, but also ring the bell to make sure that you get notifications every single time that we upload new content. So Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube.
Yup. Now we have this thing called the monthly marketing playbook. How often do you think it comes out? Monthly. That's why it's called the monthly marketing playbook. And it's been going on now since this is February for 11 months, since last March. This is corporates, let's just say all four aces up their sleeve all at the same time. They are equipping us with all kinds of information to be able to run our business in a knee-to-knee fashion and a social media fashion and be successful no matter what road we go down, because they are equipping us like crazy with stuff like you see there with the 3-part strategy of ITT. This month's product of the month is the NRF1 Synergizer. You're going to be learning all about that. And it's just amazing.
Yeah, and many of the announcements that we're going to be going through here over the next few minutes, you'll be able to find all of the details in the monthly marketing playbook as well. Plus, a lot of this information is coming directly from the email that came out today. So if you're not checking your emails from corporate, or if you're not set up to receive emails, you need to make sure and change that, because you need to be receiving emails from corporate and also from your upline leaders. It's where all the details are, guys.
The specifics.
Yeah, it's like here, tomorrow night, Tuesday, every single Tuesday, we've got the Flip the Switch, Feel Better, Do More success stories. Okay, tomorrow we've got Sylvina Goff and Latasha Garcia joining in. It's always Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's always the same Zoom ID and password. So good idea just to put it in your calendar and save the details, and know that that is something that you can be inviting your prospects to, as well as coming in and learning yourself from the stories that you can do this. If all of us can do it, absolutely, you can do it.
It's the key is in the stories. And there is a training, a unique training, back office training. In other words, how to run your business from the inside with Master or almost Master Pro 10, Elite Master Pro 9, Sean Poe. He is half of the Miracle Pose, Sean and Michelle Poe. You do not want to miss this back office training. Unbelievable. Make it happen. Be there.
Yeah, Wednesday night, guys. Seriously, there are so many things that you can do in the back office to run your business more efficiently, and Sean's going to be going through a lot of that information with you. And then this is just a quick reminder, we are going to be actually traveling for the Elite Retreat this weekend, and so there won't be a live opportunity overview that we normally do on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, but we always have a recorded version up at lvwebinar.com. So utilize that, as well as all of the other tools and the ITT process that LifeVantage has provided to us.
Use it as a watch party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we've got this product edition. It's always the first Saturday of the month. The new product, the focus product, is going to be talking about this week or this coming Saturday on Success Mastery Training. And every time we do it, it is a grand slam out of the park. Yes. This is going to be no exception.
So if you have any questions about NRF1 Synergizer or our Omega product, make sure that you are on there and get your prospects on there as well. And by the way, the password is always the same. It's success with a capital S.
You know what I just realized?
No.
An out of the park grand slam. It's not even baseball season. That's how cool this Success Mastery is going to be.
Yes. Now, guys, remember, it's been a few weeks. They asked us to save the date of February 16th. Well, that date has changed by a week to February 23rd, and they have given us a time now, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. You will not want to miss out on this. There's some really exciting announcements coming. So do not miss out on February 23rd, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and that will be on the official distributor Facebook group. So if you're not part of that group, you need to go and join the group, right? Go join the group.
And then we've got this amazing incentive trip we're all working towards, Wanderlust 2021. Here in North America, we're going to Cabo, but they're going to 5 other places around the world, but it's all the same strategy. Yeah, 5 other, I'm being kind of redundant. I counted Cabo twice because I want to go twice as bad. the two of us are both going. So it's this unbelievable incentive trip that we're all working towards. It's the same strategy. We just go out there and do the steps necessary to earn the points necessary to get to the end destination necessary as part of this Wanderlust program. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Qualification period started January 1st and runs through June 30th. And it's the exact same ways to earn points as what we've been doing. It's all in building your business and building up ranks, right? So the first way that you can earn points is by selling product. As a matter of fact, you must earn at least 3 points in the sell portion of this incentive to be able to earn the incentive trip. How do you do that? You bring in 5 new accounts, whether it's customers or distributors, that equal at least 500 in volume, and they all have to have at least 40 in volume each. Okay, for each of the 5 by 500 that you bring in, you will earn a point towards this incentive trip. And then rank up, get points, right? Maintain the rank the next month and get
more
double
points.
the points. You get more points for maintenance than you do for ranking up, but it all starts by selling. Okay. And the really cool thing about the selling portion is that they've actually carried over again into February, the pool. So by doing the 5 by 500, you will also earn a share in the pool where they're taking 5% of the global Smart Start bonuses. Okay, so all Smart Start bonuses, they're going to take 5% and putting it into the pool. You can earn a share and you can earn as many shares as you want.
Yep.
You can go out this month and earn 3 shares, get your 3 points that are required for the incentive trip, and earn 3 of the cash bonuses from this. Now, this is the last month. This is the end of this promotion. So make sure that you go out and get your shares in the pool.
I'm kind of sad about this ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do something for us.
They always do.
Yes. Oh, I love this boy.
Now, can we talk about our unbelievable special guest? We're going all the way to the Northeast, New Hampshire, to be specific, for our special guest this week. And let us get back to kind of remind you of every 2 weeks, we're profiling a leader, because we want Team Freedom Reigns to see the leaders that are in the trenches every day, making it happen, grinding it out. And this guy epitomizes that approach. And he's been in this game for a while. He is a student of the industry. He is a veteran of the industry. And this guy is incredible, his preparation. We can't wait for you to hear from Pro 4 Billy Paquette out in New Hampshire.
Yeah, and we are so excited to have him here with us. And as a matter of fact, I want to change this view so that we've got it on speaker view, because it's not about us. This is Billy. This is the Billy Show. So we're really excited for you guys to really learn who Billy Paquette is. And Billy, join us, because we would really love for you to be able to just start out by sharing your story. Who is Billy Paquette?
Yes. Thank you so much, Marcy. And thank you so much, Dondi. Just love both you guys so much. Just looking at you guys puts the biggest smile on my face. So definitely honored to be on the call with you guys tonight for sure. So a little bit about myself. Billy Paquette here out of Seabrook, New Hampshire. I have my own little spot here in Seabrook. I was previously living in Dover with a few of my business partners, but moved up this way in Seabrook, really enjoying where I live. Been living in New Hampshire for majority of my life. I was actually born in Portland, Maine. I'm currently 28 years old, so I don't have this strategically long working background. But I was actually introduced to LifeVantage back when I was 19 years old. Just took a year off after high school and wasn't sure if I wanted to jump right into college. And I didn't think racking up debt going to school with not really knowing what I wanted to go to school for wasn't like the best idea for me at the time. And luckily I did do that, because I would have been in debt and probably would have been pursuing something in college. But anyway, so in that year process that I took off, hung out with one of my dear friends of mine, actually named Matt. He went to University of Alabama, and he actually moved back to Portsmouth after attending Alabama. And I helped him move into a place in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And after I helped him move in, one of the guys he was living with, his name was Jordan. And Jordan and I hit it off, and we established this great relationship, hanging out all the time. And Jordan used to say little things like, "Man, I'm shoeing horses today, but several years from now, I'll be all set up and won't have to work as much for the rest of my life." And I was always the one that was like intrigued when he would say that. And, one night he eventually approached me after I bought this, newer Mercedes Benz, and he's like, whoa, he's like, you seem pretty motivated for your age. I was kind of hesitant, but you seem like you're someone that I could possibly work with. So it took him actually quite a bit of time to actually to finally get me in front of the information. And, one night I was at the gym and I was like, man, like, what do I have to lose to go and just learn about this company? What if it's not for me? But at least I said I went. Like anybody first looking at LifeVantage, probably skeptical. That's just how the human mind is set up. So if you were skeptical, it's all good. So I went there and listened to the information and listened to a guy that was beat red, shaking, nervous the whole time. His name's Nick Corbin. And he was one of the, top leaders in the Northeast. And I was like, man, if this guy can do it, holy cow, man, I got a shot. And, after reviewing the information and seeing the ABC investigator report, a little bit more about myself from you guys that don't know me, I worked in healthcare for 7 years. So I was watching the elderly suffer from the aging process. So when I was looking at this, I was just incredibly intrigued by the investigative report. And then I was also intrigued by the residual income and, someone getting educated, getting on the products and getting paid off that consumer over and over again. So that in the ABC investigative report and can I do this with Nick Corbin just making it very attainable for me? That was really enough for me to say yes to this opportunity. And what was incredible is after I signed up was the support that I was given. No experience really in business yet. So when I started calling these people and got down to the one of the first people I called, the guy's name was Dr. Nettles. And I just remember being very nervous calling him. And he's like super energetic, fired up. And he's like, so Billy, he's like, tell me about yourself, your working background and all this. And I was just like, yeah, so I just graduated high school and I work in assisted living and excited to be here in the company. I didn't have much of a working background, but he was so all in with the company and all in with, potentially helping me out. And I just thought that was incredible. And something that stayed true all these years forward. I heard a knock on the door and I opened the door and it was Dan Mollerin standing right there. And I just looked at him and it was like one of those things in life. I was like, I guarantee that this guy plays a key role in my life. I just knew it right when I met him. And I was just like, these little things kept coming into place, these people and these conversations. And I eventually went to my first Elite Academy and met Marcy. I was actually when Dondi and Marcy were first getting together, if I'm correct. Like you guys were just, kicking things off. So I was able to be involved with this thing at a young age and really see this whole thing evolve over the years. Seeing, CEOs come and go, corporate staff come and go. A little name you guys probably funny hearing this, like Jason Domingo, just seeing so much involvement. And one of the things that has been so cool is that I've always had LifeVantage. It's always been there for me. So I was actually able to get to Pro 4 pretty quickly in my first year and a half. And then I kind of plateaued and I've been, a little back, a little forward, just in between. But like I said, one of the coolest things about network marketing and LifeVantage especially is that you can just keep chipping away at it. And me being able to go to all these conferences and plug in with Dondi and Marcy, and Jordan and Andy and Dan and just can't forget my man, Chris Milhoy. Big shout out to him. If you guys don't know this, me and Chris do a call 5 days a week. I talk to Chris. We talk about what we did in our business for that day. Just incredible that we have people like this to work with. The products are incredible, but to have the amount of people that we have that are so committed is very rare, not just in network marketing, but in business today. So, I can't tell Donnie and Marcy, you guys, thank you so much. You guys, I was sitting back, listening to these announcements they're going over, the preparation that goes to these calls, the preparation that goes into setting up the YouTube channel. I don't think we tell Donnie and Marcy enough how much we thank you, how grateful we are for you guys, It's absolutely incredible. But going back to what I was saying, guys, like I've been able to just have this thing as I have LifeVantage here as my life went on. And I've had many opportunities where I've been like, you know what, maybe this isn't happening as fast as I want. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I can go and just focus on my career and do a part-time job and make right now money, fast money right away, right? But there's always these little things that kept pulling me back. They kept being like, no, don't give up yet. And it really came down to the forever personal growth that we offer in LifeVantage and network marketing. Because when you work a job, you can do very well in that, but you're kind of most of the time, probably 95% of the time, you're plateaued at just working that job. There's no acceleration. There's no like, hey, if you work on yourself outside of here, we can bring you up further, right? And that's one of the things that was like always so incredible for me in LifeVantage is that I've been able to just constantly work my personal growth. And that's something that's played a big role, and thankfully enough, you guys, like this is what's so cool about working this business part-time if you're not full-time right away, is that as I chipped away at LifeVantage and worked on myself, I helped a friend that's in LifeVantage, Jim Tisbert. He needed help with his construction rental company, so I helped him out just with some part-time work. And then they were like, man, like you seem like you're really good with people and that you could potentially be good at sales and like helping people. I'm like, I'm willing to give it a shot. And because once again of LifeVantage and network marketing, I knew how to post things online. I knew how important an online presence was. I knew how relationship building and tracking the people I'm talking to. Let's be straight up, if I didn't learn that from LifeVantage, that wouldn't have happened, So it opened up a great door. And because, like Colt Elam always says, people say, well, you're lucky. No, luck is when preparation meets opportunity, And so that door opened up and I was able to run with it and create an awesome career for myself. And I'm making, the most money I've ever made. And it's awesome. So I can do that full time. And because of the connections I made in LifeVantage and because of the personal growth in LifeVantage, I have a great setup there. And what's even better is I still got LifeVantage, right? And I'm not someone that wants to work for someone my whole life, right? Like, I think it's cool, it's great, but the guy even like has thrown notions into like saying like, maybe you should buy the company and other things. And but I'm more of like the leveraged income lifestyle. I don't want to trade time for money my whole entire life. So that's one thing that I think is really something we should all take into place in what we're building here in LifeVantage is that when you have it set up and you have enough people, ordering products, very satisfied because of their education process that we've given them, then they're going to keep ordering products. And like Marcy was just talking about, something I really got to work on is the monthly playbook and be able to share these articles and things like, say, Jason, a guy that is part of this 7-figure group with me, a WhatsApp group I'm involved with, right? All these people are super motivated. He's like digging the Axio and he's like, there's no way you have the dragon fruit flavor because he's like obsessed with dragon fruit, right? But so I'm sending him samples, right? I'm getting him, getting him really excited about the products, right? But now I can go over the monthly playbook and send him like that Nerf 1 article and some other, be like, hey man, I know you like an Axio, but here's some articles you can read about this, right? So I think that's something really powerful. But go back to what I was saying is that having a lot of people ordering products and then these business builders that we bring in, what's cool too, like a lot of people I work with to this day, like they're happy with where they're at right now and they really enjoy taking the products, right? So that's really cool. You get like an awesome glorified distributor and customer, and they're going to talk to people in passing and conversations can lead to other conversations to some other people potentially interested in the business. But you have, like, for instance, this is one thing that's so cool for me, and I don't think we all think about this enough, right? So I myself probably work LifeVantage realistically 5 to 8 hours a week, right? Truly, okay? That's including training. That's including little conversations in passing, right? So with those 5 to 8 hours, right, I'm devoting. So Dondi and Marcy have 5 to 8 hours of leverage through the work that I'm doing, right? So let me give you an example, right? So I have, give you an example, Kaylee Voss, right? A distributor in the organization. She's working a couple hours a week in the business, right? So now I have those couple hours on top of my 5 to 8 hours. So now I have leverage going on in my life outside of my career, right? I think that's something we don't think about, how powerful it can be with what we're building here in LifeVantage. So, obviously here in 2021, I want to take this thing to the next level. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. Once you create that desire, it's hard to, you know what I'm saying, Marcy? Marcy has the desire. Let's be real. Marcy's definitely got the desire, for real. And it's hard to tame the fire within. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter how much water someone puts on it. That fire is still hot. So, I'm really excited about 2021 and bringing in some new business builders, bringing in some new customers. And I think that between the ITT, and going out and sharing this information and constantly just trying to get people to look at the information and then to talk with one of your business partners, and just redoing that process over and over again, I think it's predictable success, because you're going to have people that be like, you know what? Wow, this is some seriously good products you guys are offering. These are some legit people you guys are in business with. Wow, this company is on the NASDAQ and it's a growing stock that I can invest in the stock and grow the company. And now we're double dipping. That's something we also don't really talk about. Like I bought a bunch of shares when I was, back when I was 19 years old. I saved up $600 cash and I saved up $600 in change, and I bought LifeVantage stock with it, right? And that has multiplied quite a bit, right? And then I bought more over time, right? So I'm involved in the company and I can help grow the company, and that helps grow the stock over time, right? Another way of creating more leverage for yourself, right? I want to hold on to that till we're several billion-dollar company, and then you sell it, and then that's another way of more income coming in. But I just think we're in a great position right now in LifeVantage, and especially more people trying to work from home. And something I got to remind myself too is that what we have is so powerful, and we don't need everybody, So if you I have to, like I said, remind myself, but how we position it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a guy this is a huge blessing, right? A guy that's a chiropractor out of Detroit. Well, guess what? Some of my support team, Dr. Nettles used to be a chiropractor, right? So I'm connecting them on a call. The guy's open to hearing about what me and Dondi are working on, right? So I'll let Dondi relate and build a relationship with him. We'll share this information, see where his excitement level is, and take it from there, right? So we're in a great position. A lot of people are just don't want to trade time for money for the remaining part of their life, and they're trying to find another way. And that was a big reason that guy was open. But Marcy, is there anything that you want me to allude to? I know I just went on a tangent, and I know is there anything you want me to touch upon?
You're awesome.
Well, I think you did a perfect segue with your description there, Billy. And I want to just point out a couple of things just listening to you talk that have become very obvious to me in the observation of your journey. From the moment I met you as recently graduated from high school, in the process of taking a year off to kind of weigh your options out, I noticed one thing about you where you were, let's say, inexperienced in a business setting. You were very astute in your quest for knowledge. And that is very unusual in not only somebody who was 19, but even somebody at your age now at 28. It's been a blessing to observe that. But when you mentioned that you got into this business, you saw the initial benefit, you were intrigued by it, was using your word, because you had some experience in watching people age and that they have challenges in that process. This could possibly intervene. So you jumped in. And you reached a certain level of success, and then in your words, you plateaued. But I want to point out to you, and you already know this, but I want to point out to everyone else, where maybe your business in LifeVantage plateaued, your growth as an entrepreneur scaled. It did not plateau. You kind of took that time to go learn the other things necessary so that years later you could have a chiropractor, a professional doctor in Detroit be willing to listen to you. Where if you didn't mature yourself and grow yourself as a multifaceted personal growth quest person, you would not have had that opportunity. And you said luck is not, it's not luck. It's where opportunity and preparation meet. Your preparation in growing as a human being, growing as a leader, growing as an entrepreneur allowed that opportunity to not only come your way, but be successful. And that has nothing whatsoever to do with your LifeVantage business. It has everything to do with the potential of your LifeVantage business. Because, and I don't want anybody to be discouraged or even you to be discouraged that your LifeVantage business may have plateaued, because you certainly have not.
No.
You have grown continuously during that entire process, and you have matured and evolved. Evolved is probably the best description based on that. And you mentioned you've been here almost since the beginning of LifeVantage. So I want you to go back in your mind to that as a new network marketer in the beginning of a relatively new company. That being your starting point, how has that Billy Paquette changed from the seasoned network marketer who's seen the evolution of the company, partook of the evolution of you as an entrepreneur, as a businessman? How has network marketing in that time period, in that evolution, changed in your opinion? And how has your mental preparation in your network marketing business changed in that evolution?
Sure. Great questions. And thank you for those points, Dondi. Really, seriously, man. So like, for instance, the guy that I just spoke to, the chiropractor, right? If it was me in the past, right, I might have, like, I just got started in network marketing, right? I might have been like, oh my God, like I got Dondi's map. I gotta pounce on this guy right now. Like I gotta get this information in front of him right now, right? But since I've been involved in network marketing for some time, I took the approach to like really getting to know this guy, really relating with this guy, and really waiting to the end of the call. But also when you're inviting in network marketing, guys, you always want to come from like a place of you're almost in a rush, right? Like it's very urgent. And I kept being like, I respect your time. So I do want to set up this next call. I do have to go do some stuff right now, but I want to get together again and introduce you to Dondi. So I would say, like what you were just saying, Dondi, is that give yourself time, guys, because you'll catch on to those little things. And maybe you're doing, like one of the things I just noticed recently too, maybe you're doing the 15 plans a month or the 25, right? But maybe like how many of those are speaking to one of your business partners, right? So maybe that's something where you're like, wait a second, I did 25 presentations, but only one of them spoke to my business partners, right? So you didn't get enough people through the actual ITT. I go some months where I'm getting my 15 plans or 15 plus through Axio samples. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I got to get something. If I like, one of the things that I'll do is that I'll have some Axio. I mean, it's such a, it's a low price item for how valuable it is, right? So you can take that, right? And say I'm at the gym and I'm just randomly talking to someone and they're talking about being tired. I'll be like, well, why do you feel more tired? So I'm going to open this person up, right? And really hear them out. And then I have something to offer them, right? So that counts as a presentation, guys, right? And then getting them some articles, right? Something to read about on the Axio. And then maybe it's connecting them through a text message thread with, like, for instance, Chris, right? Chris likes working out too. I work with Chris all the time. Be like, hey, I want to introduce you to Chris. He's my business partner. We love talking to like-minded people like you, right? And it doesn't always have to be so professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be indirect ITTs, So I guess it's the human communication and understanding people and how some people are different than others. And I would have not known that early on. That's why you don't give up. I've seen people come in hot in this thing. And then there's just like, where are they today? And that's exactly it. It's like, I've always had that approach. I outweigh people, like I outlast people, because I know that I'm like, you know what, I'll get this, I'll figure it out. It sucks it's taking this long, but when I get there, I'll value it. I will value it so much, and I'll be incredibly relatable to the people and be like, man, that guy, that young kid, that guy now, like, I was like, all right, word up. I gotta put my time in, so hopefully that helped out, Donnie.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Billy. That was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So Billy, you've mentioned there a couple times, it's like you outlast them. You're just going to outlast them. So have you ever wanted to quit?
Oh yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, when I got the good career, right? So, I mean, I went from part-time, just $15 an hour working. Like, I had to start from the ground up, right? To doubling, to tripling, to a sick truck commission, like own office, like quickly moved up in the company, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm not really making a lot of money doing this right now. And it was just like, whoa, I could just focus on my job, and that's just do the job thing, right? Like, this is a lot easier. And it was just like, I knew that wasn't going to allow me to continue to grow. So that was, and I was like, to be honest too, I didn't FOMO, fear of missing out. I didn't want to, and like, it goes back to my support team too. Like, like Marcy and Dondi and like Jordan and Chris and Andy and Dan and Blue. And I was like, I'm not going to let my people down. You know what I mean? Like, they poured into me, so yeah, I've wanted to quit many times, and I'm sure people even with the money even think about quitting, so it's just, that's just in life where we question what we're doing. So that's just part of life in my perspective, but yes. And honestly, I'm like just grateful, because then it gives you opportunities like this to speak on a call. I feel like I'm evolving with you guys right now. So
I love that. I absolutely love that, because we do. I mean, it's easier to evolve if we can do it together, because sometimes when you're alone, it can hurt, right? But I think that you are just like the epitome of stick-to-itiveness. I loved, Erin Brockovich, when she talked to us and introduced that stick-to-itiveness. It means that quitting is never an option. You take it off of the table, and that you're just going to do whatever you have to do. You're going to stick to it until it's done. And I would say that in the dictionary next to stick-to-itiveness, if we had photos, we should have your picture there, because you seriously have that attitude and you have that determination, and that is a compliment. That is not, oh, well, I just stick like glue, right? No, it means that I'm going to do what I have to do to get to where I want to be with this opportunity. I'm not just going to say I never quit. Right?
Yes. And
it's like, I'm going to do what I have to do.
Yeah. And I know you guys had something at the tail end that you wanted me to talk about too, and I'll be respectful to everybody's time, right? And kind of wrap it up from my end too, is that where do I want to be, 5 years from now, right? And I think one of the things that I love about this is that you're awesome. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesse Moulton. By the way, Crossline, right? The people you meet, incredible people. Like Jesse is like, I just love her as a person, and she's a great friend of mine. We get to meet these amazing people. Sorry, a little tangent, but 5 years from now, one of the things that I really want to do is, I talk about this a lot in my life, is that I want to live strictly off leveraged income. Like, I'm putting money together every month. Every dollar I make with LifeVantage right now, I have a savings, and I put all my LifeVantage money away. Every residual check, I just signed a guy up on Protein Nerve 2, $16, put it away. Everything that I make right now, right? I'm saving up money to buy property, so I can take this property and multi-house unit and have people rent, so I have that stream of leverage income coming in, right? But I want to create several of those, right? And I want to be able to be full-time in LifeVantage, right? So one of the things I really want to do is move through these ranks, get to the elite status, and then I really want to be able to speak on the stages, right? I think that's something I would love to do. I think that that's an area of my life that people really need me, believe it or not. I think there's future people in LifeVantage. They're like, I needed to hear from this person, right? And that's where I want to be able to speak to the masses, and I want to be able to then eventually be, because I think it's really cool is when you're speaking to so many people at once, your names gets really put around, and then it gives you validation in the industry, but also as a speaker. So I want to be able to go and speak for other business events and help people, and just help people out with their personal growth and their transformations. So 5 years from now, I would definitely love to be at the top ends of this company, and being able to just live off strictly leveraged income, and then be able to donate my money where I think is needed in our society. And I don't have to ask someone, oh, can I, take this time off, or I can go do it because I don't have a boss and I'm living my life, leverage income. And that's really important, obviously, to spend time with my family as time goes on. So
awesome. So much. Thank you for that, Billy. I want to share something with everybody that made a really big impact on me. And it was a little over a year ago when we were in Cancun, Mexico for an incentive trip for the company. And I see this guy that's hanging around with Billy. I don't know him. He's a stranger to me, but he's with Billy. And we sit down for a meal. I don't remember if it was a breakfast or a lunch or a dinner, but we got introduced to each other. And I start just talking to this guy and finding out this guy's a very, very successful dentist. And he's on this incentive trip. He's not part of our company. He didn't win his way there. He paid his way there. And I was like, so I'm a little confused here. You're obviously not part of our company. You're here taking a look at our company. Why are you here? And he goes, because Billy asked me to come. I figured, Billy's excited about this company. I want to come learn about it. And this guy paid his own way to a foreign country to come hang out with us on the beach because he was intrigued by Billy. He respected Billy. And this guy is a professional doctor. He's a dentist. He's very successful, probably makes more than most of the people that were there. But he wasn't there for that. He was there to support his friend and learn about why is this guy Billy so excited?
Yeah.
And he was really authentic. And I thought, you know what? This speaks more about Billy than I think any of us are giving him credit for. How did he get this guy here? He asked him to come, and he came because of the conviction that he saw in Billy and the excitement that he saw. Dude, I got to tell you, that day made such an impact on me. And it was funny because I was just thinking about him today. And reached out to him today. It turns out you guys are in the gym working out. And I felt bad that I haven't kept in contact with him because I was really impressed by him as a person, but I was more impressed by him as a person that he took your invitation, acted on it, and flew to another country to come listen to what you were so excited about. That spoke volumes about who you are as a person, Billy. And that has nothing to do with your rank. It has nothing to do with your success here at LifeVantage. It has everything to do with your heart and what you have become as a man and as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And that is where your luck, which people made it, well, he's lucky this dentist flew to another. No, it's where your preparation, your passion, and the opportunity arose. And this guy, Dr. Mehdi, got on a plane and flew to another country to hang out with us. And it was an honor to meet him. But it was more of an honor of who you are as a person, that you got him there because you asked him to come. And he saw something in you that he was curious about. That speaks volumes about you, buddy. Yes. So thank you for accepting our invitation to be our special guest, because you just crushed it, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. And I know that so many people that are on the call right now have gotten just your heart, first of all, which is one of the biggest gifts that you can give anybody. So thank you for sharing your heart, but also the nuggets that you shared in doing this business, being open to taking a look at something different, being willing to be part of something you've never done before, and utilizing the leverage system of a team, and then following a system. I mean, it's all just beautiful the way that you brought everything in to your story about, your attitude and your mindset to build this business. So thank you so, so much, Billy. We appreciate you. We love you. We miss you, buddy. Miss you.
I miss and love you guys too. And can I say one thing in closing too?
Sure.
A little challenge for everybody.
Yeah.
So I know we're on the Zoom. I know it's Facebook Live. I can see that. One thing that I challenge everybody, and Donnie and Marcy too, is tonight that we all go out and at least invite one person to look at this incredible company that we're all working with, right? I don't care who it is, how long you know them, what's going on, but at least one person. And if you want to go more than that, you're just a high achiever, but let's go out and invite at least one person to take a look at it as what we're doing and the awesome things that LifeVantage is doing right now. So thank you guys so much for having me on the call.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank you
so
for
much.
teaching us, buddy. You brought the lesson today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't forget, everybody, go and subscribe on YouTube. Team Freedom Reigns. We'll be uploading this call like right now, so that you can go back and now really pay attention and take notes, because Billy killed it. So thanks so much, and we will see you all soon.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Billy. You rock, man.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.